Hey YouTube, John Ball Attorney here. I wanted to do a review about a new gun that I recently purchased. Went over to Academy the other day and I picked this up. This is the Taurus Poly Protector. It is the 605 model. It's chambered in 357 Magnum. This is Taurus's latest in trying to get into the market that Ruger and Smith & Wesson Bodyguard have really kind of taken over, which is the polymer revolvers that are primarily made for concealed carry. Do a quick little safety check on it. You can see that it's completely unloaded for the review. A couple of features on it is that we have the 2-inch barrel, which surprisingly, even though it's chambered in 357, it shot what I thought were pretty decent groups at the range. Also, up front we have a high visibility front sight. Now that's just a piece of plastic that's strung through there, so I'm not sure about the durability on that. I'm not terribly concerned about it because I'm not shooting here with this gun for precision grouping. This is certainly something that I'm more interested in, what I've always heard referred to as combat shooting, something that's 10 feet or less, and at 10 feet or less I'm really just pointing and pulling, and I have enough experience that I can hit the target with good accuracy. So the front sights are fine, but regardless, having that front sight on there the way that it is nice. It does a good job. It's easy to use, easy to acquire. It has what they call a zero profile or a low profile hammer back here. I have had a couple of instances where I've pulled this out of my pocket, actually more than a couple of instances where I've pulled it out of my pocket and it has gotten caught up on my jeans or on the shorts that I'm wearing, whichever I happen to be wearing. So that is something to keep in mind. But I have to tell you, I like the fact that it is a double single action, that I can cock it back when I want to. The trigger pull on this does tend toward the fairly heavy side. It is a good trigger pull. It's crisp, has a nice break when you get to the back. Comes forward, no problems, no issues with it when I was shooting it. When you put it in single action and you shoot, the trigger pull is really smooth. At the range when I was shooting it, I put probably 80 to 90 rounds through it, somewhere in that neighborhood, most of which were 357 rounds. Even with the 357 rounds, the recoil on this was really manageable, which surprised me because I have another 357 that is a steel framed revolver, and when you shoot 357s out of there, I heard it described one time, it's like catching a fast pitch baseball, and that sounded pretty accurate. After shooting 10 to 15 rounds through that one, it will leave your hand a little bit sore. This one I did not have that problem with. My best guess is that it's because it has a very good size rubber grip on it, which seems to absorb most of the recoil as far as it coming back into your hand, the energy, whatever you want to call it, being transferred back into your hand. So there's no pain associated with it. You know you're shooting a 357 when you shoot this, but it's comfortable and it's manageable. The muzzle does ride up considerably when you shoot it in 357. Again, to be expected. I don't have an issue with that. It's controllable. You practice with it a little bit and you're going to be just fine. The muzzle flash out of it is just a ball of fire, which frankly is kind of cool when you shoot it, so that makes it fun. The grip here is a 3-fingered grip. It comes with an interchangeable 2-fingered grip, and on the bottom here is a little Allen bolt, and it comes with the wrench to take it out. You just slide the handle off, the grip off, and you put the 2-finger grip on there, which makes it more concealable. I swapped out to the 2-fingered grip and it really wasn't for me. I prefer to have the 3 fingers on there. The space that you were saving with that extra finger gone, for me, the comfort factor just wasn't there, and so I just decided to leave this one on. I do carry this as my primary concealed carry weapon. I have a Glock 26. I have the Beretta PX4 Storm Subcompact for concealed carry purposes. This right now is what I'm carrying. It for me is the best option as far as concealability, and it's just easy to carry. I went ahead and picked up one of these little cheapy holsters for it, because when I was carrying it in the front pocket, on occasion I was getting a little bit of imprinting. It did happen, and if you knew what you were looking for and you took a glance at the pocket, you could tell there was something in there. And if you know guns, you would know that you were carrying a pistol in that front pocket. So I went ahead and picked that up so I wouldn't have any issues with it. The really only complaint or gripe that I have about it is when you go to eject out your spent casings, and it's really not even a big deal. It's just I feel like, in all fairness, I better put something on here that reports what one of the drawback features to it is. And right here, the release for the cylinder, when you eject the spent casings out, on occasion, more often than not, a casing will get snagged right here. And all you got to do is rotate the barrel a little bit, push that spring down, and it pops right out. It's not a big deal at all. It's nothing to be concerned about. It is nothing that should stop you from purchasing this weapon. I had done a lot of research on this as far as reading reviews that were out there, and there's the usual litany of folks that'll tell you don't purchase Taurus, don't mess with Taurus. From my experience, that's just not accurate. From my experience, not only with this weapon but with other weapons, but as it relates specifically to this weapon, my experience has been nothing but positive. It's been a wonderful gun to shoot. I have no issues with it whatsoever, and I absolutely recommend going out and picking one up. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope it was helpful. Thanks.